Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are jumping right into a really fascinating clash that is forcing all of us to ask a pretty fundamental question about the future of AI.
I mean, that's the big question, right? It's at the absolute center of a recent showdown between a security researcher and, one of the biggest tech companies on the planet, Microsoft. And this conflict, it really gets to the very heart of what we should expect from our AI tools.
Look, this is way more than just some technical squabble between experts. We're talking about a super high-stakes debate over what the word safe even means in this new age of generative AI.
All right, so let's get into it. First up, what exactly did this one engineer find inside Copilot that kicked off this entire firestorm?
So, a cybersecurity engineer named John Russell found a few things he believed were significant, exploitable security holes, and he went straight to Microsoft to report them.
So one of the really key discoveries was about something called a system prompt. The best way to think about this is like it's the AI's secret playbook. It's got all the core hidden instructions that guide how it acts. Well, Russell found a way to trick Copilot into just revealing this playbook, which, as you can imagine, set off all kinds of alarm bells for security folks.
And he didn't stop there. He also showed off this incredibly clever trick for getting around file upload restrictions. So Copilot has these filters to block risky files, right? Well, Russell showed that if you just disguise that file as a simple string of text, you can waltz right past those safety filters. It's a complete bypass.
So from Russell's perspective, and honestly for a lot of people in the security community, these are just clear-cut security flaws. End of story. And they need to be fixed.
This perspective is captured perfectly by a comparison to a classic hacking technique, an SQL injection. Now, what that is it's basically like tricking a vending machine into giving you a free snack by putting in a secret code instead of money. And from this point of view, if you can trick an AI into breaking its own rules, it's a vulnerability. Plain and simple.
And here's the real kicker for this side of the argument, the competition. Russell pointed out that other AI models, like Anthropic's Claude, actually block these exact same techniques. And the logic is pretty simple. If your competitors can prevent it, then it starts to look less like a universal problem with all AI and more like a specific flaw in your AI.
But Microsoft saw things very, very differently. They reviewed Russell's reports and came back saying that these weren't vulnerabilities at all.
This quote from another researcher, Cameron Criswell, just nails the counterargument. The idea here is that large language models, at their core, are just prone to confusing instructions with user data. So it's not a bug in one specific product, it's just an inherent weakness of the technology as it exists today. So what we have are two clashing definitions of risk. One side sees a broken lock that just needs a fix. But the other side sees a lock that was never even designed to stop this kind of key in the first place, arguing it doesn't cross a critical security boundary that's kind of like an imaginary line that keeps your actions from affecting the whole system or other users. And this is exactly Microsoft's official reasoning. According to their public bug criteria, since Russell's methods didn't let him get to other people's data or break out of his own isolated session, it just didn't meet the bar for a security vulnerability they would fix.
Okay, but this is where the whole debate gets really interesting, because it moves beyond a simple yes, it's a flaw, or no, it isn't.
The influential OWASP project offers this more nuanced take. They're suggesting that maybe we're asking the wrong question entirely. They say the problem isn't necessarily that the system prompt can be leaked. The real security risk depends on what's in that prompt. Are there trade secrets in there? Are there sensitive security rules? All of a sudden, context is everything.
So this brings us to why this whole thing is so much bigger than just one company or one product. This is really about setting the rules of the road for AI safety for everyone.
I mean, think about it. What we're witnessing right here is the live public negotiation of safety standards for a technology that is just getting more and more integrated into our lives. The definitions that get decided today are going to shape how AI is built and secured for years and years to come. And that leaves us with one last really provocative thought. As these incredibly powerful tools become more and more common, who actually gets to decide the definition of safe? Should it be the companies building the AI, the independent researchers testing it, or the public who uses it every single day? The answer is really far from clear.